Hello and welcome back to the Old Soul Millennial channel. Now, a big hobby of mine is actually metal detecting. Metal detecting is a great way to get yourself and your family outside into the woods, get some exercise in, and with a little bit of patience and a little bit of luck, chances are you will find some buried treasure. Now, I recently purchased this Vanquish 340 metal detector, what you see on the table here, and this is made by Minelab. So I figured in today's video we would talk about the features of this detector, and then I'm going to take it out in the woods and give it a test. This is my first time using this metal detector, so we will see how well it performs. Now, in the past, I've traditionally purchased Bounty Hunter metal detectors. The issue I have with Bounty Hunter metal detectors is it seems like after the warranty period ends, the detectors start to act up. Both of these detectors are now faulty. I'm not sure what's up with them, but basically what happens with the Bounty Hunter detectors, as I swing the coil from side to side, they just almost continuously beep. A lot of false hits. I'm not sure if the coils are worn out and there's no damage to the units, but they're just not doing it for me anymore, so I figure I would give Minelab a try. The first thing I want to talk about is cost. This unit is currently going for around $200. I would describe it as a basic metal detector, but I'm a basic kind of guy. But even this being a basic metal detector, it has some really nice features. And for $200, I think it's a fair price for this unit. Yes, you could spend $1,000, $2,000 on a metal detector with all the bells and whistles, but do you really need that? Chances are, if you're a hobbyist like me, probably not. Anyway, the coil is a 10-inch long coil, 7 inches wide. The unit is waterproof from the coil up to about where it makes the connection to the head unit. Now, the head unit is not water resistant, so I would caution you not to take this metal detector out in the rain or in wet conditions. If it's a dry day and you want to use it in a stream or something like that, keep the water well below the head unit. They do sell an aftermarket cover for the head unit to make it water resistant. However, it's not included in the box. That's an accessory. Something I do like about this detector thus far is it actually takes AA batteries, as where most detectors I've used in the past accept 9-volt batteries, which AA's, of course, are more readily available in my household. I do not like that there is no gasket on this battery cover, though. So again, you got to be very careful with the head unit when it comes to wet conditions. It's pretty lightweight. I don't know what the exact weight is, but I would say it weighs maybe 2.5 pounds, so very lightweight unit. You have this adjustable armrest right here, and it just feels really comfortable in the hand. So if you want to adjust this, there's just a little lever right here, and you can slide this armrest in and out to work with the ergonomics of your body. So really comfortable in the hand, nice soft grip. It looks like this unit should have included some type of strap to strap around your arm. Nothing came included in the box with my unit. Yes, it was packaged and sealed properly, so I don't know what's up with that. Now, it's also incredibly easy to adjust the shaft. If you're tall or you're short, you can adjust this to the ergonomics of your body. So there's just a little lever that you flip right here, and you can extend this in and out to make it comfortable for you. As for the warranty, I believe this unit comes with a 3-year warranty, so that's really good. So now let's go over the features and operation of this LCD control screen here. So on the left, we have the power button, so we would press this once to turn the unit on. Nice little jingle when you turn it on. Of course, we have this on the welding table right now, so this is going to be going a little bit crazy. But on the left here is the volume control button, so you have 3 levels for volume. This is on the low volume setting, medium, and then high. Turn it back to low while I'm talking here. The next button controls the depth, and if you look at this little snail-like coil, this this basically shows you how deep down the metal detector is going to detect to. So that's the shallowest setting, medium setting, and then deep setting. And then finally on the right here, we have 3 adjustable settings as for what type of metal you want to detect for. So first setting is really, I'm not sure, from the 40 to the 10, so this would be kind of like coins. Press it one more time, you go from 40 to 0, so I guess that maybe includes silver, not 100% sure here. And then finally, we press it one more time, then it's, I believe they call it all metal, where that will detect any type of metal in the ground. So pretty basic controls here, but it does everything that you need it to do. I will say that I really like the adjustable volume button here, so if you're trying to be kind of quiet in the woods and you don't want to throw on a set of headphones, you can turn this volume down and it is quite quiet, as you can tell. So without further ado, let's take this metal detector in the woods and give it a test. See if we can't find anything. Alright, so I'm getting my first hit right about here. It's coming in around 20, so I would assume it's probably an aluminum can, but we'll see. Yep, there's our find. Really old aluminum can. Real strong hit, coming in between 10 and 20. Probably an aluminum can again. Gonna bet that this one's probably close to the surface here. Let's see what's behind door number 1. There we are, find number 2. Remnants of what I would say is a really old can. Don't see any markings. I guess back in the day they didn't have the pull tab lids, so you had to take like a can opener and penetrate into the can. You can also see that there's a little hole on the top. I guess that's just to allow the beverage to flow, but it's interesting. Another 20 hit here. So I'm thinking probably another pop can. Oh, I actually see it. It's not a pop can. This is pretty cool. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's right here. It's an old shotgun shell. And I found a lot of these back here. Some of them date back 100 years. That's pretty cool. When we go back to the house, we'll clean this up and research the name, and that'll tell us how old this is. Nice find. This guy's coming in, I don't know, in between 10 and 20, around 10. Strong hit. There it is. Another old shotgun casing. It's pretty cool. Better than a can, that's for sure. This one's coming in as iron, but it's also hitting a little bit between like the 10 and 20. So it might be a can, might be iron, might be junk. Only one way to find out. Huh. Old ratchet strap. Wonder how old that is. Now, one of my techniques for metal detecting is I like to try and look at the landscape and think, where would people have walked in the past? And I'm currently detecting next to this large old rock wall. I'm guessing this area used to be farm fields. But right next to the rock wall, I'm getting a pretty huge signal. Whatever this is, it seems like it's very large. Tone-wise, it's bouncing around between 10, 20, 30. So it could just be a pop can, but the signal is so wide, it has me pretty interested here. So one, two, three, four. Wish I can make out what this says. Might be able to. It looks like somebody peppered that with a BB gun or something. A shotgun. Wow, it just keeps going. Piece of plastic. Alright, I'm back in the shop with all our finds from the day. Obviously a lot of junk, a lot of old cans. Found a couple of sternos out there. Of all the cans I found, this was probably one of the most interesting cans that I found. This is an old Schaefer's beer can, which this probably dates back to the 60s. So really nothing too interesting there. The most interesting finds of the day were actually these old shotgun shell casings. So these shotgun shell casings were made by Peters, and these in particular are 12 gauge HV, which I'd imagine HV stands for high velocity, not 100% sure. But these were manufactured between 1915 and 1927. So these are about 100 years old. That is pretty cool. So after using this Vanquish 340 metal detector for about 4 hours today, what are my initial impressions? Honestly, I'm extremely pleased with the metal detector. I like the adjustable settings. There was pretty much no false hits out in the field. Every time this metal detector detected something, it was a good hit, whether that be a junky can or, in our case, a few 100-year-old shotgun shell casings. This metal detector is not terrific at pinpointing where the metal anomaly is in the soil. So it'll tell you kind of in the general direction where it is, but as you go over it, it's kind of a vague hit. It's not really accurate at pinpointing exactly where that metal object is. But no matter, I mean, that's to be expected for a metal detector in this price range. Something I do recommend you have in conjunction with this metal detector is just a cheap little pinpointer. I think I picked this one up for around $20, and this really helps to pinpoint where those small metallic objects are in the soil. But again, really pleased with this metal detector. Highly recommend it. I'll leave a link for this metal detector in the description down below. Thanks for watching. I will catch you on the next one.